Are you searching for the forest where money grows on trees? Are you looking for that financial fountain of youth so you can pay for all of your needs, most of your wants, and many of your dreams? Well, I want to lead you there. Hello, everyone. My name is Brad Reed, and I would like to encourage you to be good. And by good, I mean get out of debt, achieve your financial dreams, and give generously to your community. Welcome to Financial Fundamentals version 2. We had over 10,000 people go through Financial Fundamentals version 1, so we decided to update and upgrade. Here we are. Through the series, we're going to talk about important concepts of money. We're going to talk about building a strong financial foundation to weather the next financial storm. We're going to talk about how to get out of debt. We're going to talk about winning with your money. The lawyers want me to tell you that this is not financial advice. This presentation is for education and entertainment only. You can read the rest of the words on the screen, but should you want personalized financial advice, please seek a competent individual in your area. Folks, the basic plan for financial success lies in these 4 elements. Success of any kind equals opportunity plus preparedness. How many opportunities can you think of that you missed out on because you weren't prepared? I remember my friends were going to go on a super awesome ski trip and I was drowning in debt, couldn't go. I had an opportunity to try out for the USA Olympic men's volleyball team, but I knew what they got paid and I was drowning in debt. I couldn't go for the tryout. There was another time where I had the opportunity to play in a band, and we had a contract coming, and it was going to be tours and all kinds of awesomeness. But while the lead singer and songwriter was going to get paid a whole bunch, the other musicians would not get paid a whole bunch, and I was drowning in debt and couldn't take that amazing opportunity. But I'm prepared now, and I will not be missing any more opportunities, and I want to get you there. Make a plan in advance. This is part of, again, many different types of success. Most of us have plans for what we're going to do in the morning when we wake up. We have a plan when we go to the grocery store. We have a plan when we're going on vacation. Did you know that most people spend more time in 1 year planning a vacation than they do in their entire lifetime planning for retirement? That might need to change. Most people don't have a monthly budget, which is how you're going to plan your money. Unfortunately, there's a lot of people that get into stock trades that don't have a plan. If you want a stock trading plan and learn how to trade stocks, swing over to reallifetrading.com. More about that is coming up for sure. One key element of all financial success is to spend less than you earn. I caught a clip of one of the Kardashian shows where the mom was calling one of the Kardashian kids because they had exceeded their budget that month and had for several months, and mom was calling and say, hey, what's up? So even the wealthiest people on the planet still have a budget, still have to spend less than they earn or less than their money grows after inflation. And that's what retirement is all about. And trust me, we will have all kinds of details and how to do it coming up on that. So for right now, I'd like for you to think of your favorite action adventure movie, series, or book, whether it's Harry Potter, Indiana Jones, Star Wars, Superman, Spider-Man, The Wizard of Earthsea, King Arthur. Yeah, pick one and think about your hero. And there's a time where the hero realizes, you know what, I got to change. I got to get up. I got to start doing something different. There's big challenging tasks ahead of me. And what I have been doing is not going to allow me to win and succeed. That's probably where you are now. You're sick and tired of being sick and tired. And it's time to change. That's why you're here. I'm going to help you change. And the heroes always have someone that's helping them, someone that's guiding them. That's going to be me. They've got a team that's helping them out. That's going to be your spouse, your partner, your mentor, your father, your mother, siblings, whomever. Find a person that can walk with you and keep you on track. And then there's the steps, the series of tasks that they have to go through. In our adventure, we're going to first understand key concepts of money, do's and don'ts with your money, things that you probably don't know, and that is why you are in the situation you're currently in, and we can always all improve. Then we'll talk about building a foundation. So when the next storm comes, you will be protected. And of course, putting in the work, getting out of debt. This is when you're actually going out there and you're going to fight the fire-breathing the dragon. And whatever foes you have, that's what it's going to feel like when you're getting out of debt, paying off these debts and building your emergency fund. But once you get that done, That's when it really feels good. That's when you really start to win. That's when things really start to take off. So remember, we admire the heroes in these movies and books because they persevere. They go through it. They don't give up. They don't quit, and they win. Folks, you can do it. Lots and lots of people have done it. Lots of people have gotten out of debt. Lots of people have achieved financial success. You can do it. You can too. Just don't give up. Keep on going. When my journey through the valley of the shadow of debt started in 1998, when I got my MBA, graduated from school. My first job started paying me $57,000, which was pretty high back then. But I had worked for this company through college, and at any rate, $57,000 was my starting salary. My student loan was pretty much my only debt of about 20 grand. Should have been out of debt in about 12 to 18 months, but I bought a car like after my first week at work. Then a couple of months later, I bought a boat. Then a couple of years later, I bought another car, traded in the first car, bought another car. Then I traded in the car and the boat, bought a race car. I told you I played in bands, so I had like 3 or 4 different keyboards. I had stands, microphones, amplifiers, all of the stuff that I'm telling you about buying, I bought with debt, either on a credit card or I took out a loan. I bought a big screen TV with a credit card. I had like 12 feet on my wall filled with giant TVs, giant speakers, giant stereos, all bought on debt. Let's see, I bought a race car, bought a Corvette Z06, and I raced it a lot, had a lot of fun, but I bought that on debt. I got into skydiving, and I bought probably about $10,000 worth of gear, all on debt. I just spent and spent and spent and spent. By the time I was 30 years old, I was over $220,000 in debt. And I had a business degree, a master's in business. Surely I should have known better. Well, I did know better. I had information, but I did not have skills. So I prayed, I studied, I learned, I worked hard, and I developed financial skills. And in 2008, 4 years later, I got married. I paid for the wedding and honeymoon in cash. And it gets even better because in March of 2010, my first child was born. My second was born in February of 2013. But each time I went to the hospital about 6 weeks before my baby was due, and I said, hey, here's my insurance. What's my cost going to be? I want to pay it now. And they're like, what? I'm like, I got a checkbook. I'm going to write you a check right now so I don't have to worry about that. And I can just focus on my wife and my new child and all the happiness and not worry about it. And they said, you're going to pay now? I was like, yeah. They figured everything out. And they said, well, if you're going to pay now, we'll just take off 20%. I didn't even have to ask for it. And this was one of my first introductions. And why the rich get richer is because when they pay with cash, it's cheaper and they get discounts and it's less expensive and it's less hassle. So we're going to talk more about it and how to do it. That's key, that we're going to talk about the how to get it. I love this quote here. Most people buy stuff they don't want with money they don't have to impress people they don't like. And I certainly fell into that trap. I was buying cars and boats and clothes and all kinds of stuff to impress random strangers. And I was doing it all with debt and credit cards. Maybe you have done some of that too. But all of that is going to change. Folks, you can become financially independent. You can become independent of the economy, the stock market, the government, your job, everything. You can be financially independent. There was a really old article. It's got to be over 20 years old by now. But the USA Today did a survey. And in the United States, people age 65, 97% of them did not have $600 to their name. There's a tremendously scary amount of people that are relying on Social Security for their entire retirement. 54% of people age 65 are still working, and it was just disastrous, the few amount of people that are financially secure. And if you think that maybe we're over and there's going to be no more financial storms, folks, take a look at this. This is the dot-com bubble bursting. This is the 9/11 attacks. Remember how many millions of people lost their jobs and were financially ruined at that time? And then again in 2008, the real estate bubble burst and millions and millions of people lost their jobs. And over here, 2020, the COVID-19 pandemic, and millions and millions and millions of people lost their jobs. folks, it's not if, it's when it happens again. About every 6 to 10 years on average, there's another financial storm of some sort, and millions of people are going to lose their jobs. Is that going to be you? Is that going to be your spouse? Is that going to be someone you care about? Is it going to be someone that you love? Is it going to be a family member or a dear friend? And are you going to be in a position where you can not only get through that storm, but help other people for your family? Oops, wrong button. We'll just switch back over here. So folks, keep watching the Financial Fundamentals series. I want to help you build a strong foundation. I want to help you become financially independent of all of these random events. But in order to do that, you got to make a plan. So identify a partner, mentor, spouse, parent, sibling, friend, someone that's going to walk with you. And when you get stuck, when it gets challenging, they're going to encourage you. And when you have questions, they will be your guide, or I can be your guide. I've got my email there. We will help you out, right? I want to be your Yoda or your Gandalf. I want to be your guide, your mentor. My mentor is Jeremy Alexander Newsom. You can look him up on social media and follow him. But continue watching the Financial Fundamental videos. Explore reallifetrading.com for free stock trading education, because at some point you will be investing in the markets. And if you start learning how to do that now, by the time you get out of debt and by the time you have money to invest in the markets, you will be ready. But again, you need to start learning, start building up that skill set now, practice with fake money, so that when you're ready to invest, you already have that skill. More information there if you're at reallifetrading.com. If you're in the United States of America, you can text the letters RLT to 55444 and get set up that way. You can explore winwinfinancialsolutions.com. I want to stop foreclosures, and I want to eliminate some of these bad houses in neighborhoods that are magnets for crime, because by getting rid of some of those houses, not only do I create quality housing for someone who is in need of it, but I can also generate more tax revenue for the schools and police and emergency responders in what are usually lower income neighborhoods. I get to put my contractors to work. I get to make money for my realtor and the closing lawyers and all those other people. And I get to get some money to help put my kids through college and fund my retirement. And it's just a win-win all the way around, hence the name of the company. If you have any questions, email me, Brad Reed at winwinfinancialsolutions.com, Brad at reallifetrading.com. Can't wait for you to see the next video. Folks, thanks for watching. And as always, trade on logic, not on hope. Have a good one, everybody.